All right, so it's been a while since I made a last update about like what I've been doing in the game and other stuff like that, because I told you guys about 2 to 3 months ago that I was going to start doing other types of content, and I have done some in the past, but I wanted to tell you guys what I'm doing right now in order to improve at the game and actually like continue on my kind of like pro journey. So the first thing I want to talk about is the mistakes that I have in my own gameplay, because I know a lot of you guys like to like watch my videos and you always ask how to find your mistakes and other stuff like this. So I'm going to tell you guys how I found my most important mistakes and how I'm fixing them. So honestly, I did not come by my mistakes by myself. I had a tier 1 pro from OCE watch one of my videos, and he actually gave me some tips on what I could improve to actually get better at the game. Now, a lot of you guys won't have the opportunity, but once again, if you guys want to find your same mistakes, all you got to do is have someone that will watch your gameplay and look for any single mistake, like a coach or anything like that. And if you guys need someone to do that for you, make sure to join my Discord server, as we have people that are doing that for you for free. But yes, so the main thing he told me to focus on was my movement and crosshair placement while using that movement. And what I mean by movement is not just like moving side to side, forward, backwards, and editing like this and working on my crosshair placement. I mean, that does help. But it's like jumping and doing all this stuff and crouching and just moving a lot while editing, so that when I do go into actual games and I do make the edit, I can move with the edits. And also, it was standing behind stuff, so I'm not having bad peaks. Because usually I will edit like this and I'll be out in the open and peeking them. So he told me to do more stuff like this and peek them and just get better at peeking as well. So I thought, okay, like that's not too hard to work on. So I started working on my movement and doing other stuff. And a lot of working on your movement is just jumping in different directions, changing direction, and other stuff like that, which really isn't that hard, because once again, for a lot of retakes, you can do multiple different things and you have to move different ways and change your momentum. But the thing that I wasn't realizing was I wasn't changing my momentum enough, as well as focusing on my crosshair placement with that changed momentum. So the other day, I was 1v1ing my friend Vic, which is one of the best players I have ever met mechanically. And we 1v1'd, and I did all right against him, but he pointed out once again that my main mistakes in my gameplay is my crosshair placement, which is the most important to him, and my movement with my crosshair placement. So he actually gave me a specific drill that I need to be practicing daily, and trying to chain it together and then put other edits and movement and builds into that. I'm going to share that with you guys today, because you guys might be struggling with the same type of stuff that I'm struggling with, and this might be a possible fix to you. Because once I started doing this drill, I actually was learning again and improving slightly, which is kind of crazy because I've been in a stagnant position for a while. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys basically the move that he showed me in full speed, and then I'm going to show you guys how I broke it down and slowed it down so that you guys can actually improve this same thing. So that is the move right there, and then once again you can chain together other edits and stuff like that. And now I'm going to show you guys it broken down and how I broke it down so you can actually learn how to use it. So the main thing about this drill, once again, is your movement, changing momentum, and your crosshair placement, which crosshair placement is the most important thing in the game to like 90% of top Fortnite players. So for this, all we need is our stair. Then for your walls, a lot of people tend to like throw it up like this. For when you're throwing up your walls right here, you don't actually need to like throw it up that hard. You literally can just go in this corner and you can just throw it like this, but you do have to be kind of moving with it. But once again, yeah, you can just throw it up like this. Okay, so you throw it up like this, and then you put a cone above and you come to the side and you throw another cone like this, and right here you jump and you place a floor stair, and then you have your cone. And then you turn this way. You can either turn this way and slightly jump like this and then do this again, or I'll just bring it over like this. What I'm doing right now is I'm just jumping backwards before I place the wall, and then I'm doing this. So that's how I broke it down and how I actually started learning it and getting better at it fast, because I did learn how to do this in one day, and I can do it in fights. I just still can't chain multiple of them together yet. Is I would just literally practice doing this and then moving right here and just doing stuff like that. And once again, before I started doing this drill, almost 90% of the time when I would jump backward, I would hit my head on the cone and I wouldn't actually get to this spot right here. So by doing this drill, I've actually like learned how to move fluidly through the builds and jump through it without hitting my head every time, which has helped me like progress with this really fast. Now, once again, you're supposed to be able to do this with both sides, and I am not the best at doing this with both sides yet, as I've only practiced one side. So for example, it's a little bit different, but it is the same exact thing. It's just you're going at a different side. So that is one of the main things that I'm practicing on right now to just get better at the game. This will help me with my movement, my momentum, and my crosshair placement, as well as I've just been doing creative drills in game to help my crosshair placement in my creative map. But another thing that my boy Vic told me to do was work on chaining things together. So you guys know how when I made my free build video, I told you guys to like just basically chain multiple different things together, something like this, just to make your free builds look clean, right? Well, Vic was telling me, for example, if you're not good at doing quad edits just straight up like this, I've gotten better, guys. I've gotten better. That you guys are going to want to do something that takes that movement and still continues it and still has that fluidity, but something that's easier. So for most of you guys, this will be an easier way to do quad edits, because it brings you around, which gives you more time to edit your cone walls and everything like that. And then once again, after you do get that consistently, you can start training together your quad edits, which I'm once again still not the best at just doing quad edits, but once again, you can just start chaining your quad edits together after you get really good at that. And so it's just doing that. And once again, the main thing is chaining all of these things together. So the drill that I showed you earlier, which he told me to practice, I'm still working on trying to chain it together because it's not that easy to chain together for me yet, but I can chain other things into it, which is making it better. Once again, I do need to work on both sides. So by me just coming in here and doing it and just practicing it for about 15 to 20 minutes a day, it's actually helping me improve so much. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and show you guys what I've been working on personally, because I think you guys will get a lot better like perspective on what you guys need to learn and what to fix. And if you guys can't do that drill that I just did, you probably need to work on your movement and your crosshair placement. But once again, since I'm on my own journey to get extremely good at the game, it's only fair that I show you guys what my weaknesses are in my gameplay and how I'm working towards to fix them. And yeah, I know this video was a bit more slow and stuff like that, but it's also a bit more personal. And once again, we're trying to show you guys what you guys can fix. And once again, if you guys do need someone to help break down your gameplay so that you can learn what you need to work on, just make sure to join my Discord. But yeah, if you guys want constant updates like this about what I'm doing to get better at the game, just leave a comment down below for, let's just say, leave the word part 2 down below. And in, let's say, a couple weeks, I will give you guys a part 2 of how this mechanic is looking specifically and what it has done for my gameplay over the couple weeks. As well as if you guys want me to break down other stuff in this type of way, like if you guys want me to look for other weaknesses in my gameplay, and if I do find any other weaknesses in my gameplay, I will give you guys updates about what I'm doing to fix them and whatnot like that. As well as I'm going to be having new types of content coming out next season. When the new season releases, I'm going to be grinding to unranked to unreal really fast, as well as I'm going to be doing a series of multiple tournaments. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Once again, if you guys want to get better at anything in the game, make sure to go watch another video on my channel and go play my creative mechanics map. It has a huge update coming, so be ready for that. And once again, thank you guys for taking time out of your day to watch my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.